Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Right. This is another process I have, and so right now, what I'm doing is that same message, right? That same. And information, right? We're trying to pass it mem, and I'll show you how I pass it in JavaScript mem. It's tempting. So when I get the alert right now through SIMP, I use something called JSON pass, okay? And that will allow me to pass. Are they sinful and change everything to JSON right now? Right now, the problem we have is that we're trying to get some value for us as a Jesus. I don't think. Right now, the message we've seen is 100% JSON for money because it has all backslashes and all that stuff. Yeah, even we can retrieve the alert ID from that. Okay, I read in a OK expression. If you put that expression, it will return that alert ID. Okay, that's okay. Nice. Okay. Alright, being that expression, just put that and it will lead to the tidy 1sec in the chart. Okay, I put a chart window, copy that. So what do I put the copy in the transform? Is the second transform message the same expression I? Yeah, so close this one. So what's going on here? Why is it showing this way? Let's go back. Yeah. Alright, so somehow there's a problem with the logger. Why is it showing? Red logger is showing up. Okay, now click on the transfer message. The next component, yes. So put that expression. Remove this existing. You know that one, yeah. This thing enter, remove the entire, that, oh yeah, body. I put this to JSON, right? Yes, that JSON, and the body paste the expression. Yeah, okay. So now you're forcing right now again to make it JSON. There's no error, right? What's the problem? So like this, I just want to understand you saying, yeah, get the result information and make it to JSON. Yeah means not whatever the value of that addition. Okay, alright, that's the new acquisition. Okay, alright. So what is going on here? Do you see that we will get a lot ready? But why is he showing red? That is the way put this. One breakpoint. Oh, that's a breakpoint. Yeah, alright, so it's good. So let's save it. Save it and vanish. You know, I thought is error message. You remember, sometimes there's a configuration stuff. When we have some problem, we see a red and I thought that was nothing. So my friend educated me how to navigate this yesterday I tried. After we talked, I tried to do it. I wasn't getting a, you know the part where, and you don't remember that, and the utility that you were using too, and see if can get some data out of the string. Yeah, you know. Debugger from like that. In that case, you need to run in a debug mode. Okay, not in the run mode. Answer this and start in a debug mode. You can stop this one by clicking the red button. Yeah, with that one and start right click. Start in debug mode. Yes, I click on the start debug in a second to choose that one. So we get this. So yes, now we get the different way. Okay, yeah. So what's next? How do you navigate that? It will tends to debug mode. Just wait for a moment. One moment. Let me. So right now it's waiting 30 seconds to run. After 30 seconds, these are more. Okay, not give up more this one. Will you click there? Okay, now. Yes, so where we are right now, it's on some. The logger does whatever. The highlighter is where he's at right now. Exactly. The logger is going to execute it, not an executor. It's going to execute. So what do we see now? And under message and first transformer, there's empty, right? Yeah, so that means that's what the transformer sees right now. Yeah, even that simply does. As that is empty, we can't able to fetch the alert ID. It is empty. Hold on a second. So what I will do is I'll create a one. Call. We just get a couple of them. It's close. One of them save it. So we should see one right away, not still. It is, so we got one right. So how do you go back? Okay, what is that next? Now the payload is this one. This is the actual alert ID, right? Yeah, and 133293. That's right. So I have a good. So now, brother, back up. All right. So if I wanna, go one at a time and see what each one has, what do I do? Go here. Resume the click on the resume. So after 30 seconds. Okay, but it started the logger. I want to go that for someone like that requester. The first request, then you need to put breakpoint over here. Okay? Okay, so right now that breakpoint. Yeah, okay, twist, boom like this, next step. Go back, next step now. So now what do you see? Yeah, no, yeah, this the request not executed. It's going to exclude now. So in 30 seconds step, then this request got executed and returned this one, right? We got this response. Okay, hold on. So when you are right now first transformer, when you cook test for first transformer, you will see that the request information. Yeah, here just we are transforming the content which is coming from these. You know what is this from service, right? Yeah, that's one to JSON format right now. This is not a proper JSON form. Yeah, I'm so JSON format once you executed this. Transform is a component. Let's see. Now we can able to see the payload in a proper JSON format, right? So on the format, we will need to pass the additional info only. We don't require other fields. Okay, yeah, here in the next transform message, I write a script that will extract the alert ID from the additional info. Yeah, okay. So first what we are doing is we transform the additional for string, additional basically to the string. So that's going to JSON and we extracting the alert ID. That's the code. You are here. If you click on that one, you can see I'm transforming the additional info to the JSON. Right, JSON? I mean, I can extract the alert ID from this field. Okay, did you? Okay, can you go? You didn't create a key here, right? You just doing that. So you know, in a JSON you have a key and value, right? Yeah, so I did see that you only grabbing the name. The number, yeah, like, yeah, okay, but we can still create a key, right? Like in this script, stream. Yeah, we will access a value with the help of key, right? Just I'm keep on your 30 seconds, right? So it's keep on executing, right? Okay, now we are able to extract the alert ID, right? Nice. Yes. Then what we do is we update the database with the using of this alert ID, right? What I'm checking is that what Alice information that we also need to grab it from. Okay. Check it out. And yeah, so we get the other ID. So you know this stuff more than I do. But when we do an A and when we're doing a clear or you know updating a field in the database, it's good to create a good condition, right? So that you don't touch other stuff. Okay, right? Yeah, so like a workware clouds. So I'm looking for, I want to see what cool. All right. So right now, if I query it here, if I query this active alerts, we should see that number that we're dealing with. I think it's this one. And 23,920 is it right? 929, 133, 289. You know, no, see, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm seeing a different one. Okay. So you can run again and you can see. Okay. So when we run, okay, run the flow again and we can able to see. So 13293, this is the one. Okay. So when we run, like sometimes you're gonna say something like this, right? Where other ID is this. But what else? I'm wondering what else can we grab in the alert that we say that, delete this thing where this one is equal and something, another condition that so that we only deleting that one. I'm just checking. Can we grab an alert object ID? Well, they have to pass that thing, okay. So, alright. I think this is good. It's a test. So, alright. So now this piece is done and yeah, now we get this piece done. Alright, that's nice. So clear here. So what's our next piece? I just want to okay. So this one we said I just want to say how we configure this. This one we only say 30 seconds. There's no magic there. Here we said this is a word of configuration. Actually we did, and this is we put this the host name, the base, that's it for here, and then and after that we did the path exactly, and we did couple primers here. We did that. We did this, okay. So we'll talk about and the numbers later. No, big deal, okay. And so then that's how you put the request, right? Yeah, and after a quest being saying just grab whatever request it gets, right? Yeah, when we get that, we put that in a log. So at that time, it's normal. It's whatever that we get back from the request. Yeah, now we're saying transform that whatever. We get into JSON and grab the other ID. Correct? Adam, you're right. So now we have other ID. Do we need to put a variable or something so that we don't lose that number to use it for the next thing? What you can do is, and the best thing is, yeah, what you said is also right. Well, what I mean. What's the best practice? What's best in? Yes, it's better to store in a variable because payload is keep on changing. Yeah, so if you put in a variable, so it is available throughout the flow. Yeah, so I learn ID. Then I already. So we are creating a variable, not in a payload, so that this other type is stored inside this alerted variable. Now, if you want to print that one, you need to print where's daughter. Look at what a trip is it. Yeah, nice. Next step is we can add some database, the delete connections. Yeah, alright. So can we which save and run this? Or you could run and check it is coming from the variable or not. Just for, okay, do we need to do? I don't have to do a bugger here. Yeah, you can run directly. Run. I want to see the bug. So I really want to be good at this, where I can debug things. So I want to walk through what each one is doing this time. So I'll wait the pop-up right after 30 seconds. Yes, we okay. We get this then so. We're waiting the 30 seconds now, right? Yeah, it's not. Anything can mean it is not restarted. It's not a deployed. It was that it's not deployed in the console, right? We need to get the confirmation it is deployed. So application is not yet deployed. Yeah, not yet. Okay, alright, that's right. Yes, run first. Now it's deployed. So now we're on the request. I want to see what's the payload now. Is empty? No. Okay, got this. Now we get that thing and now we transform that. Now in the variables, we have one variable alert ID. Yeah, you got it right. Okay, cool. You can see that one, the statement, okay. Now you can write the insert command. You're not in, just keep on running your academy. Okay, alright. So we have to create a connector, another. Yeah, so our question, and is it better to just build it one flow, or it's better to go a sub flow? What do you call that? Yeah, you better go for subflow. Actually, subflow, a flow. Coming to application architecture also, right? Okay, let me discuss about the application architecture in a moment. Yeah, see and delete. That's fine, you can delete them. See, you have to develop one system API. Yeah, and to another system API that interacts with one process API. Was this API a scheduled process API, not system? If it is scheduled process API, so this will call system API. I call this as applications, 3 APIs. Okay, one system API will get the alert ID. Another system API will post to SolarWind databases, and one process scheduled process API. That will call the first one and up to the second one, right? So if you develop 3 independent applications, right? But this requirement is quite simple. Okay, the scope of your entire requirement. If this requirement is only this much simple, go for one application that will grab the alert ID and updates the SolarWinds database, okay? But you want to extend your application to so many functionalities, okay? So many functionalities in the, not only grabbing the alert ID from the from service. Now you need to do, so many operations, right? That scope is large. It's better to go for 3 system to system APIs and 1 process API. Okay, so that is that. The disadvantage by going with 3 applications is tomorrow. If you want to deploy your application to the cloud, you need 3 different workers. Okay, 1 worker will deploy 1 system API and 3 workers for each worker. There is some budgeting limitations are there. Won't give us as many vCores as we want. Okay, there are budgeting constraints, but this simple applications they also want. Okay, develop one single application and deploy. We don't give 3 vCores, 2.3. Okay, so that is the disadvantage going with the 3 separate APIs. Okay, what to 3 separate APIs? The scope is large. The scope is, we are doing it with so many, inside deletes and all these applications. In that case, it's better to go develop 3 different APIs. Okay, yeah. Then you tell me you want to go with the 3 APIs or you want to go for one single application. I think based on what we're doing, I think it makes sense to do one, but you will know what the best practices are, right? So the reason you're saying that it's good, maybe it's good to go 3 if there is no resource issue, right? Yes, exactly. But for simple kind of things we go for 1. For each application has so many things to do, then we develop each as a separate API system. API? Yeah. But how about if each one only one task to do, like here for example? Like, yeah. So I have a question. Yeah, later on, home on this one, If we need to get a letter ID and sometimes another field, we can still use a one application. Exactly so. So there's no, we're not saying that. And if it's only doing one task and we could do one, but if it's doing more, mother, so we can still, it can still get 1 or 2 or 3 fields right from so, and that should not cause any issue there. So in your situation, like if the resource is not an issue, what would you recommend? So I recommend that to go with the 3 different APIs. The reason is to make your service API more usable. And since not only this scenario, tomorrow you got some new requirement saying that as well have the alert IDs and you to do some other things. Yeah, and better use that API to get the alert IDs, right? So for different kinds of requirements, we can make use these 2 system APIs, right? Not only for this requirement, you can make use. That depends upon, your requirement, your business requirements. You get different kinds of requirements to interact with the service. No, and SolarWinds. In that case, you better to have 2 separate system APIs, one for service, one for SolarWinds, and you can use according to your requirement, right? So let me sure understand that, yeah, you saying that by having 2 different and like 3 different or might be an application. So right now I'm going after other ID. So next time, if I have a need to go after, say that, for example, like location information in service. Now, yeah, maybe different, might be different table. Exactly. Yeah, I can still use this. Exactly, yeah. So I really like the idea. Another thing right now, there is a resource issue. But I just want to learn how to build things right and well. It may be extend. I got different requirement from service. No one need to operate different database in SolarWinds depends. You know that requirements may grow further and you need to accomplish all those kinds of tasks also. In that case, better to have separate APIs for service, no, and separate API for SolarWinds so that you can better use those system APIs for different kinds of activities. Okay, yeah, and so right now, let's just hypothetical. We make this one application exactly. Yeah, I'm going for and then I have another need a week. From now, that same thing, but it's going different table and this time it's not deleting, but it's gonna update and fail in the database in SolarWind. So what's wrong with creating another small application that does that? But the past price you're saying is too good. It's good to leverage existing and so say that. If you have my understanding, is that you saying if you create API to two systems, right? Yeah, and set up in a way that you can reuse that API for all other reasons you might for this between these two systems. Is that actually wonderful? Adam, your Jim. Yeah. So I love to. You know, now that I have two things in my I'm thinking about. I think it's good to learn both, and we can. We can finish this by just one application, but maybe the weekend we can create a three. Yeah, right now, it's no rush when this is a test environment. So I love to learn both but let's do one right now because it's simple to do it and but the weekend I think we can. We can create three different applications like you said. Yeah, wonderful. Now just to grab we finish this one, we can see the flow. All right, I think. The other thing, we didn't separate a separate application, right? I think in some application yesterday or day before, we updated this one database, right? No, we tested, we only tested that. If we can get to the database, that's what we only tested that we can get to the database, the credential stuff. Okay, in which every day, any idea testing up. We did. No, I think we did that would. I think we do through a studio. Not one of those we didn't do. We didn't use a studio to connect to the database. Yeah. Application. Okay, no, we didn't do it. We need to create a connector. We did it right. Yeah, we're gonna have database delete. But I thought first you have to connect. Is it yes? Yes. Somewhere we tested our connection to be. Yeah. I want to see that application where we tested our connection. Yeah, we didn't create a connection in here. So I have a question. So right now, before we do a delete, can we do a select and get the ID and get the I that I already in the table from the table? Okay, before we make the delete and then put select on this and check it. Okay then. I think we did. We test this, do we? What is the host name? Any idea what the host name? That the one. Yeah. And this one was MSS School Engine, was it? MS equals server msc. Let me see the instance name. Okay, one moment. I think we did this. I don't know where we did once. I'll tell you. I'm just your server and it is a mess. Is pure server. Yeah, I think that's what it was, right. But the space is not there between my message period server. It's one word, 1 second. I want to see chicken and chicken to use the ID and password, and I think I know it, but I want to double check. Okay, so I get it. So it's called one write down. So Seva and DP Ansgar SVC, and this one's was 1433 username. We call it an solo in database, MSS square SVC, and the password we still, and the database is, SolarWinds Orion successful. Yeah, alright. Right, a Korean. Okay, let's start from the table name. Actually, I have here. So this is not the right colon. Dot, that's it. Then we create it, then we do a log, right? Which is a lot you can transform the message. Yeah, that's fine. Put logger and print the payload, okay. So I have a question. So normally when you do a selector in garbage, do you do transform? You do what? Look in your case exactly. So which one do you do? We will. I like to transform the message to JSON. Yeah, let's do that. The data, or else it is from Java format, right? So it's not. It is a job object, okay? No, so payload. You want to debug or you want to put log? You want debug, There is no log is not required. Yeah, I just want to see if we can see the output, what the selected segment is. We close this thing in your friend. So you actually will put in a separate both. But as of now, we're continuing the same flow, but best practice to put in some flow. What you said is right, payload, that's it. So what do we say? Transform. We didn't put anything right. Configure that transform. Yeah, we just do nothing. Just payload, okay? No running. You can able to see the alert information for that from the. Yeah, so I see it there. That is not required. Actually, first you put the breakpoint, right? We can move the control. Will stop that, the first breakpoint. So from there onward and move step by step. Oh, is that right? You only need to do one. Yeah, it. First of all, we do. Yeah, okay, so let's save it. Oh, I want to stop this. I didn't do. This thing on the back you're doing debug, right? You're going one at a time. It's not going all the way. One time is it will stop from here. Yeah, I'll stop here and it's waiting you to go next. Yeah, go over there and you can see here, right? So you can press F6 in our keyboard or we can see it's not at active. You can see my cursor, right? This button. Yeah, that is also stepwise debug. You can press F6 or you can put that. So you have multiple breakpoint defined in your flow. You want to navigate from breakpoint to breakpoint directly, then you can all resume. Okay, you have breakpoint over here. Request a breakpoint and log a write. Alright, so right now it's in here and the payload. Right now it's empty. Empty. Yeah, what does that mean? It couldn't find the data. See, the scheduler just schedules and this is not an executor, not executed. If this is the data, right? Yeah, so right now it hasn't executed yet. Yeah, therefore we're waiting the 30 seconds exactly. Okay, now just I'm executing this request component by this one by pressing F6. So this is okay. You want to do this. You do this so that it can execute the schedule. Yes, scheduling automatically execute for your 30 seconds. Okay, then what 30 seconds? Very good, execute and control. We will put as we put a breakpoint over here. The control over here we need to. These are our responsibility to execute these components as of now. Okay, then I'm sure, yeah. Then you. So right now we don't know yet if the schedule ran, did it? Yeah, we know because it is scheduled for every 30 seconds. Yeah, the first scheduler is run now. Next are in the queue. Actually, if you exclude this one, automatically the next one will come over here. Okay, so what? So go next. Here is that F6, yeah, or now we have some data, yeah, go ahead. So now we're saying that we get the request was made, yeah, response. And we get this message, exactly, we got the response from this service, no good. So now we're transforming this. Into JSON, yeah. because it has this JSON format. Now we're grabbing the ID, right? I could go back, can I here? No, I cannot. Yeah. So anyway, we get the other ID. Okay, yeah. And after that, we're making a select statement. After select statement, from look at this database, we got the database information over this one. We need to check this one database payload. This is the database. Okay, so this is the somebody called some different Java format. Yeah, that's all the columns actually. Let's go back there. So this is all the columns in the table, but we're looking for this exactly. Yeah, because we say select all, we said so. I selected everything, and after that we created in a variable called other ID. Is it before itself right after grabbing the alert ID from the service now? So that variable now just we transform to JSON. So now this data is right, the payloads, if see the payload is the payload. If you go the payload in some hash map, this is called Java format. Okay, so if it is Java format, we can't see it in the browser or we can't see that clearly. So to see the message clearly, we're transforming to JSON. So yeah, oh, I see. So that now we can see this JSON format, right? No, this is understand, right? So this is a really good point. So you're saying when we did the select, okay, we get in Java format. Yeah. Basically database returns in Java format. Yeah. And then we converted that Java to JSON as an example, a payload. Yeah, that's why we can see this. Yeah. Okay, next we need to put that and we need to delete that record from the alert. So now, okay, here we get the what we get, here we get the everything. Yeah, about the alert. Okay, now that we have a select. So is there a way to say, for example, if the other it here matches? Whatever the variable we have, then do delete. But actually we retrieve the alert based on that. I know I'm one of those people, like, do I? I want to make sure that we don't. You can do maybe that's quite possible. We can check and we can delete. Is that like, because I don't know, I think 100% we know that but somehow we have to we have to check it. The stuff that you have is the right information before you do a delete. So I think that would be really nice to say. If those two are matching, yeah. So how can we do that? So if you want that, what you do is you put some another variable, maybe, I don't know. But condition choice, yeah, I like that here in the branch, like expression. Not so you need to payload dot expression. Payload dot actual ID is equal to vast data letter. You need to put that right expression on. Click on this button. Adam, I'm not able to click on the X button. I'm not able to click on the expression X button down in the property section. Let me control one moment. You're lost. This is really a great work, honestly. I see really good. Load dot. What's one act 2 on that object ID, right? No, it's different alert. Go back. It's called the alert and active ID. Which one alert? Yeah, the first one, yeah. Yes, where is right? You say yes. This is not able to remove this. Where's dot type? Where's dot alert 8? Yeah. The alert 8. That's it. It will check that one. Yeah, that satisfies. Delete over here. And if not, put some logger like a right in that case. If this condition satisfies, what we can do, database put database delete over here, or is in the default put some logger, so that some work. Statement matching is not here. Database delete. Select the same configuration, because so I have a question. So then, all right, go ahead. Yeah, right. The delete command, delete from. Yeah, I got it. I have it here. And let's come here. There we say an alert 8 or column. I will say come here. I say you did this. Yeah. Delete from the wallet 8. Is this okay? This okay? I don't know how. Directly can put like this, right? I don't know. I also want to put like this. Anyway, it's working right. Yeah, to alert 8 is equal to alert 8. Yeah, that's right then. And this time, hold on. So I have a question. This is okay, but that's the other 8. So, here when we did, and do we create a variable here? Why variable? No, right here. I know that we create a 1, we create other 8 here. Did we and do we? So like I want to go back. I want to see this, there's a 2, okay. Oh, that's a lot of it. So we don't have. Okay, good, alright, that's good. I think this will work. Yeah, alright, so we come here. We come here and we can restart the application so that we can able to. Yeah, so we did that. This is good. This is done, right? Yeah. So on the log here, what is that we're trying to do? Other traders are not matching some statement. So maybe let's do this. And are it. How do you do concurrent animations? Like if you want to concurrent, you should not use it like this. No string format, text format, and just put this in a like this. Then after that you do plus. Yeah, no, please, not just whatever you want. So save it and run it. What is the current execution? What is that? Go to console and stop the current execution. Oh, there was going on. Yeah, now let's clear this. Yeah, yes, thanks. Yeah. Debug. Yeah, whatever you debug on both of them. Yeah. This is cool. So we're waiting that 30 seconds. I think it's not deployed. It's still in the process of deployment. Oh, it's processed. Okay, I see the console. Now it did and now it can know. So now we're gonna go F6. We get the message. We're gonna transform that. We get two transform messages next to each other. I don't know why. Maybe we should put a logger there. One is for grabbing the this one alert ID from that one. One is for transferring to JSON. Yeah, got it. And so now we got alert ID 3297293. Right, 133293. Okay. And now we are gonna log it. Now we're doing select statement. This is the interesting one. So payload in Java format, but somehow we get, that's the. So this alert ID was wherever that was here, right? That's one. Yeah, that's one only. The old one only. Okay, so now we have Java. So we logged it. How Java get? So talk to me here. So now we are here choice here. Will let us go. Yeah, execute that one. You can go to the first path. Why are you going to default? It's strange. 1 second. And let's run one more time. Three. I think I might know what's going on. Let me check. I think we need to do the DP also. Because we got this thing right. See, that's not a problem. Okay, well, let me check. Oh, we have a toollet ID. That's similar. Alert at active alert ID, right? Active alert ID. Yeah, that is active alert, this integer actually. Here this string, right? Okay, might be the reason we need to put the condition like this. It's not equally similar. Put the similar, not an equal one, okay? Because one is string and one is number. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. That's the mismatch. Therefore, this is not satisfying. It's going to default branch. Can I make it number? I think this will work out as well. I think when we create a variable, maybe we make it an integer. Yeah, that also we can do. These are all being excluded. You're also going to do that. I'm not seeing. This is not. Alert fast alerted is this one. And similar also, right? Why? Payload alerted. Let me see. This is coming as an array. Okay, in that case you need to put like this. Okay, that's the reason. Save it. Yeah, this one. No, I don't know. Checking the database. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So it's gone. Click. What was the number? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, what is that? That's number. Right. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I got to go. I got to some important work. Alright. So one more thing. One quick question. Yes, so this I cannot go back and see what is in here. Right, can I? Yeah, no. Once you come forward, there is no way to go back. You need to rerun it again. So right now, then it's not going to find anything. Yeah. So in the next following sessions, I will give the architecture, API design, API development and system. That we can do that, okay? First step is so we'll develop API, system API, not system API. So we'll Inc. with the SolarWinds database. As part of this thing, the first step what we do is we design RAML. So we'll develop some sort of process API. Start with the first one, the system API for service. Now, open the design center. We debug. RAM and install. The RAML. Let's be part of this solution on that system API. So S is like a system and API. S represents system API. P represents process API. There is some kind of template. It's the CPS, also standard matter in our office. We have used assigned templates to create the APIs. So as of now, I'm getting some no using the basic steps. That's right, okay. This is, my company has a template but I don't have access to. I don't have a. What do you call this one? Each company has a platform, right? And what do you call permission? I don't have that permission yet. He's going to create one for me. And after that he said, you can use the template on and stuff that I do, just stuff that I need. And, but right now you're right, let's start. Let's create from scratch. Are you missing R after the E? So in the company, there is a team called the C4E Center for Enablement Team. Can you say one more time? You're breaking up. There is some lag. Not able to go back. Yeah, so what do you say? There is some lag in the connection. That's right. I'm not able to go back and correct this alert. Can you correct? Is it that? Alerts, right? I mean, there's R here. 1 second. Yep. Hold on. Right. So, as of now, we are just, returning the alerts. We are not getting any alerts using this API, right? No, this one we only get in. Yeah, we only get it. Yeah. So, I'm using the get method for that. It has responses. Response 400. So this tool like API designer, or what do you call that? Anypoint platform. Is that what it's called, right? This is also a part of Anypoint platform. Yeah. So yeah, I know. But this product called an Anypoint platform. What is the other one? Or Design Center. This is Design Center. So can I see alert payload? Like you shown me, right? Yeah. 1 second. Okay, what does that look like? So with that, so EM underscore alert. So what do you want to see? I'm just going to make sure I understand. You want to see the table. So I want to see the alert. The alert properties, how the alert look like. So show me the postman. Oh, postman. Alright, so what do you want to see? I want to see the alert parameters, the properties of alert. This is the alert information, right? Alert number, alert description, alert info. Yeah, got it. One moment. Could we copy this one? I'm wondering. Okay, we'll get to that. Alert number, alert chart description. Yeah, in our situation here, I think it's okay. Alert number. I'm not able to access your email. So I'm going to copy this one. So I'm going to copy this one. So I'm going to copy this one. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one. So I'm trying to access your Anypoint Studio. It's not Anypoint Studio, it's Anypoint Design Center. Yeah, Design Center. Design Center, Design Center. Okay, numbers of this generation. Yeah, not this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you lost control. Okay. So that was alert data type, right? Yes, data type. You create a new one. Yeah. Okay. Other response. Not giving well. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't know, I'm still in. So now we're building a data type file for the response. Exactly. So isn't it same as the data type, alert data type? Yeah, exactly. One set here. But it contains the array of the data types, the response, and then see if you see the response right. See if the response, what is the response? Response contains the result. Yeah, the result, the value of result is array of the alerts. Each one is alert here. In this case, we got only one alert, but the possibility of getting multiple alerts right. That's right. Okay, so I am designing this object. Okay? Okay? Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. O- 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 Okay. Oh, o- okay. 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 Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, so as per standard, right? We need to first design the date types of the objects we are using inside the API. Okay, so in this API, we are using the object called alert. So first we need to design the alert. How the alert look like? What are different parameters of the alert? What are the properties of alert? For that, I designed one alert type, the RAML data type. It contains what is the alert number, what is about alert, short description, and alert additional info and alert updated on. Alert state, whatever these things, And this is a type alert. Okay. Okay. And I associate it here. You call it data types. Exactly, it's data type. Data type of alert. Oh, oh. And I associated some example also. This is example of alert. We get that from the postman, right? Exactly, yeah. That's good. And when you retrieve all the alerts from the API, so it is written like this, right? When you go to postman. Yeah. So this is a way, and the result it is returning all the arrays. Oh, sorry, all the alerts. So here you're seeing only one alert, but it is collection of alerts. You can get multiple alerts, right? That's right, the array OK. So for that purpose, For that purpose, I created one more called alert. See, these two things are different. I created one library. Library is a place we can create multiple objects, multiple data types, okay. So as I already created data type, I'm just using that over here to alert type. And I'm creating alert response type over here. Okay. The alert response type is also object. It contains only one property called result property. The result is the alert type array. Collection of alert types. Right, so it's a collection of alert types. So my data type design is completed. I need to use this data type design in my RAML. For that, you need to import that library to this RAML specification file. So to import, we need to use the users keyword. Users keyword is for the library. So users, this is a library I'm importing over here. So I am referring that library alert response type to this. Get right. So whenever it's trying to do get, it will be body, it will be terminal, it will be body, it will be the JSON. And we're saying then after the JSONing, the type is alert library alert response type. And that's the one that returns the object. Right. So test like test it, mock test it, and we can continue. Okay, first we'll do some mock test with this API, and next we'll my connection is not stable. Can you pop it? What do you want me to do? Can you mark it? Click it over here. Let's go. And click on this button. Yeah, copy the link. And go to Postman. You can hit tab. Yeah, so this one. Yeah, you got it, but this one. Can you explain this, what you just did? So what I did is I just designed the API right in the design center. So I want to mock test it before implementing this API in any point studio. I want to check is it rightly returning the response or not. For that we start with some mocking configuration. Mock service configuration over here. So you can test your APIs. Is it returning the response as expected or not? Over here, okay? So when you copy what is and you went to the Postman, how do you know where to point to your post? Like it somehow. There's nothing right now here in this configuration in Design Center that tell us where the URL is or the path is. And remember, like in the studio, and you set up like a get and you say it like good this URL. This is a base path. This is the one you know. But in design, you didn't provide that information, but somehow it returned the value. Oh, but I think it might be. It's returning the example. That's all he's doing right now, right? Yeah, exactly. It's not even going to the site. It's not even going to the ServiceNow website and it's not executing the API and getting the information, fetching information from the API. It's not doing that. It's just testing the example. Yes, just an example only. Because we're not getting implemented our API right. Yeah, because I was confused that when you did that, go back to the postman. When you did this. And I saw some results that we were seeing earlier. I was saying, how is he getting that? How is he getting this information? How is he getting this information without And I don't see anything here that says ServiceNow. Thing. So now I understand. This is the example we provided. Yes, exactly what is the concept is, yeah. Use of the recommendation is the API first, right? So before implementing your API right, you need to, showcase these examples to your other client, the client team, and they will check your responses. How are they satisfying the requirements or not? So once they okay, you sign up. Okay, this is a request and response are good. Then only we need to go ahead and implement the API. So I have a question. But right now, like in this situation, right, say that I was a client and you are developing this from me. But there's nothing that this work is not yet done. This work, it only does. You did some kind of a marking or some kind of example that you could return the message that we need to return right. But it's not. This is a one way. This might be if like one way that you're saying that this is how I work. This is if I get that this is. You will say that, for example, when I go to ServiceNow and alert. This is the type of alert I'm getting back. Is this correct? Is that what? That's the only thing that you can answer right now. And for client perspective, are you following me? Correct. Exactly, we show the client. This is a response to getting. This information is the fields you are getting. So to analyze those fields and those types of all that. That's good, I got it. Got it now? Hello. Alright, this is good. You can hear me right? Yeah, I can hear you. You're right, it's a little bit delayed, but it's okay. So our design is okay. As for this requirement, the design is complete. Tomorrow you will get one more. One more requirement to post also or to upgrade also, to delete also. So for that we need to extend this API methods and we need to extend this API. Okay, so here I am here, right? Hold on here in this. I'm not able to. Yeah, click that one. Okay. So as of now, I could only get, but you can extend this API to get only specific alerts, information, or to update a specific alert. All these things you can extend further in the future. But I'm implementing this API. Can we create a brand new flow? I don't want to touch this one. Yeah, we can create a brand new application. Yeah, okay. Only here, so here. Okay, so from this, if you're surprised, I'm copying this original configuration. Okay, and then we're calling the HTTP request configuration to call the service now. This is a request configuration. I think we're calling for service now. Service now config. Yeah, we need both. Yeah, we don't require this database stuff. That's going to different API project, right? Yeah. Only that this one is fine. Pistol here. Okay, doesn't work. It will go in a moment. This error is not permanent. Save it and go. Okay. Please, could you please save this file? Could you? I'm not able to access your file. Which one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to see the XML file configuration XML. But I'm not able to access your no. Yeah, I just opened the configurations XML. You don't see that. Yeah. Yes, I'm able to see. It's not bound. Okay. Oh, that's other ID. So what I did, Adam, is just added a result as a request component. This will call the service now, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, this request component added to this file. So only this is implementation for this API. This request called the service now and returns the alerts, right? So let me deploy this local and test. Okay, run ready. The doc name. Okay, it's not bound. Yeah, I think that's error message. So what does the clean do? Which one? Clean will. It will build your project. Means something is not binding properly. It will rebind all the libraries with your code. And it will do it for us. Okay, see, there's some issue with this. Let me sometime see. The code is not properly built, not library associated properly, then you can reset that. Okay, and we'll give up that. Let's see how the config looks like. Oh, if you need to, so I should get the logging. I'm going to go ahead and get started. 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 Okay. And we will see the next session. Postman localhost 8081 the address bar. So should I add a new one? I'm just going to use it, localhost 8081. Yeah, no, it will call service now and get the alerts. It's empty. Yeah, maybe service. Now there is no. Yeah, it looks like that way. So let's close up. Open this. Save it. Yeah, we got something. I don't know. Yeah, this is from service now only because. I know. That's right. We only did this far. So I just want to understand a little bit. When you import the service, yeah, the solar. So I have a question. And when we imported, there's only one list in the right. Yeah. So let me start the design of second application, that is API on SolarWinds database side. So this would be System API SolarWinds database System API. So what is object? What is table name? What record we are storing in the Solar database? So see, as of now, we are building the API for our requirement. Our requirement is just to delete or to update an alert from the this thing right service. No, sorry, so long database. Right, tomorrow you may get some other requirement in that part of that requirement. You may need to add a record to this alert table. Or you may need to update an alert table. You may get such kind of requirement. So if you develop an API, you are giving some provision to expand your, API. You can expand and you can do the such operations, right? Yeah. So keeping this limitation in mind, I am just creating only one operation, the delete operation. So yeah, so as part of this, you are doing two things, right? One thing is you are retrieving the alert. Somewhere here, select start from alert where alert air is equal based on the alert you are retrieving. Yeah, and you're deleting the alert based on some alert, right? Yeah. So we use support for these two operations in your API. So one is for get. It has some example over here from get OK, then you not need to say anything. Delete. Something if you keep that only, but it's not properly formatted, is so. Deleted. Get message like successfully deleted. That's okay. So, okay, when we get the alert, when we retrieve the alert based on the alert aid. So, do we know the payload? What payload it returns? Do we have any Postman query for that? Just to create an alert object over here. I think we excluded the fire for Postman. Postman, no Postman, right? So, it returns to only that record. So what I meant to say, you have the database access, right? Can you show and execute the query? Select start from map to alert. Okay, yeah, that's the first query, the first line. So yeah, it contains 7 record 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, cool. Okay, then in this case is okay. We need not to create any alert object over here. What we can do is make it simple. So I should open. This also opening, even this one also not opening. Okay. It says design mode. The design mode, click on this should open, but it's opening over here. Okay, yeah, drag it and put over here so that you can see. Alright, so let me debug and see one sec. Payload, not payload, right? I say paid. Okay, what is the payload now? Yeah, payload. Yeah, it is empty. Strange payload is empty. But which could transform it? No, there is no matching record in the database. I'm checking database with that. I'll add one 33299 in the database. Come on, here we go to design mode. and create one more application. So something. So we are not creating any data into database, right? We are not inserting any record, any new record. So if we're getting alert, but we are not concerned about the entire data that is coming out of database. You only concerned about the 8. Yeah, right? So yeah. It doesn't make sense to create an entire alert, but we need to create the entire alerted here also because our goal is not only delete. Our goal is to prepare a full-fledged system, API based on top of the Solar database, right? We need to create entire the objects also if you want to build an entire API. So, therefore, I want to know how the JSON returns. What are fields the returning from the, JSON. I want to debug and I want to get the grab the fields. We can create an object, alt object, and here also we can build a library. Yeah, that's we can do. That's required. So now our requirement is limited. So I'm going with this one. Okay. So we have two flows stated, one for this, one for delete and one for return you the alert. Okay, we'll pass the alerted. Based on that, will be distributed the flow deleted. It's going written on, alright, okay, so. But a retrieval of all that here. This is a guide to do the alert right. So copy the database config stuff from here. Paste the database connectivity. Here, So we got my school library. So where is this one? I want to. I put it to the get right. Yet we are getting this itself. Yeah. We can. We can change this one as alerted only. We require only one write. We can modify the query to return only one column. Okay. So it should come. You can type but so alrighty. So why man is not opening? Yeah, this is okay. Okay, this one delete. Okay, I copy this thing, copy this thing. So this transform message. Okay, the first time some messages. The first time some message. You are creating the L parameter. See variable alerted or variable alerted. Okay, here also. Here also I see variable alerted, right? Yeah, variable alert, it is fine. Why we are going this thing? Yeah, variable alerted, you can put variable. Always prefer to go for variables. So attributes always come from the header. Okay, at least one header. Actually, this API will hit from the Postman or any KTP client, right? Okay, so while you are hitting this API and TTIP client on the, you pass the alert aid. Alerted on the all. That you grab over here using this attribute of your API rems. Store that in a variable. And here also I am doing maps.alerted. Okay, that's fine. This I want to put in transformation. So now we create one more process AP where we will call the both these APs. Let's see how it behaves. Oh, what's the local port available? So So API/alerts. Let me see the resource name. What is source name? Resource name in the API. 1 second. Let me see the resource name. What resource name we will put? The resource name is @1 at alerts active. Alerts active slash. I like the number. Okay. Alerts active. If you see the API resource, let me copy the resource of this one. So this one slash. I want to see in the form database. Get any alert and give that alert number over here. What alert you want to see? 133295. Okay, give that one a 6295. So yeah, I'm getting that one in this one active alert, right? So if you want to delete this alert, you need to change this one as delete. And you can test if you want to delete this alert. Okay, you want this? Yeah, then send it your. So what we did is over here actually, this transfer message should come over here. This is the final, response you want to show to the customer, right? So, or else what we can do is we can, you can transform to payload. Okay, now we'll check the other one. and check with other idea. Let me see you to get started. It's deployed. Deployed. Yeah, you get started the confirmation, so it's deployed. So that's the response. Yeah, database 0 means 0 record. It is not successful. That's the meaning. We can manage with that one. Your records got deleted, okay? The two APIs we developed so far we deployed in local embedded runtime. What's going on now? Why is this running? So what we did is, we did ServiceNow API and Solo AP System API. Okay, the SolarWinds database is running on prem, right? I'm sorry, I didn't know how you do that. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you have something here. Let me show you. So I'll say approve it. Why is it jumping here? I have to move everything here, then hold on 1 second. You have 3 screens. Yeah, I get 3. But the problem is, where are you seeing right now? I'm seeing Anypoint Studio. You are. Yeah, I'm seeing Anypoint Studio. Which one? This one. Yeah, the ServiceNow Alex app. Yeah, I just want to OK. Okay, so we're going to deploy the solution in on-prem server. So this is common, right? This is a very common practice. You create the system API, right? And you have a server, either local or, cloud infrastructure. Yeah. And you want to move those, and you'll create a jar file like this, and then you move it up to the environment, right? Whether it's a Cloud Hub or Azure or whatever the system is, where do you want to run the program? Yes, Adam, depends upon the project to project. Some projects we totally deploy everything on the cloud. Yeah. So in that case, just we can't create the Mole Maven plugin. There is some plugin in the Mule Formula XML file. So if we run that Mule Formula XML file, it automatically deploys to your application for the Cloud Hub. So this manual deployment is not required in case of the Cloud Hub. That's right. There's automation piece. So far we haven't done a process API. Correct. So is it the case that always the process API is done on the cloud or on? I thought the process API is done in the studio. Yeah, so we deploy all the 3 APIs to the server, to your local on-prem server. Process to process API and process API. So we are going to develop this system, process API. So for that, I need to have these 2 system APIs up and running. Deploying to system APIs. Okay, so you have to have a system API running first in a stable environment, right? Then you can do the process API. Yeah, got it now. I'm going to do the other one. SolarWinds, yeah. Minimize that. Yep, the second one there. So this one, the other one, we deployed service now is also running in the same port. 8281 port. If you deploy this application, also 8281 port won't deploy because we'll get a port conflict. So to avoid the port conflict, I'm configuring this port as 8085. So that service now is running on 8081 and SolarWinds running on 8085. Got it? We don't want to get any port conflict. Yeah. Desk. So while this one is doing. So say that for example, and there is this already system API layer in place for another project. Okay, we don't have to create from scratch. We can use that, right? Whatever that. Yes, that is the whole idea of your API. Alright. You don't have to make this and use the system API as much as possible in multiple applications. So this is called a SolarWinds. Can we type it? Yeah. And we call a SolarWinds API. Yeah. This is in pronounced upload. Okay? Okay. Okay. So when we do in a process API, although we're going to use the system API we built, but if there's another system API, we can start with the process API, right? If the system API is already in place, right? Okay, great. I'm just running. I will just get something. Could not be started. Please upload the new artifact to try again. I did not do import. Can you go back? When I clicked the file, I did upload. I did upload option. I did not do the import. Is that my view? You think I did not do the import? So I will click the application. I did that. When I choose a file, I picked upload. That is good. I will click the jar file. The last one. When I click deploy, I will click the jar file. I will click the jar file. This is the cloud one. That means I have to. For example, the command we are running to create a server, right? I will have a command. I will then point to the system. Is that how it works? So you got Azure credentials. For what you want to deploy applications, Mule applications in the Azure environment. Then you need to have first Mule runtime, installed in your Azure environment. So this runtime server, what we downloaded, right? That you need to go and install in the Azure system. And that you need to save the same process. Yeah. Long time. Are there a lot of people in the facility? A lot of people. A lot of clients, a lot of people, a lot of patients, a lot of people. You're unable to see the log files. Can you refresh it? Could not create a server. 81. Yeah, we changed it to 85. Yeah, we changed it to 85. Why is it still taking? Do we not save? I don't know. Can you check this port? Add a month. It's 8. Still, where did you change 8 to 85? We did it, but I'm not sure. Maybe we forgot to save. Oh, oh, some other result config I changed. Okay, here also I changed to 8 till 85. Oh, okay, is it saved or not saved? I don't see it yet. Yeah, it's saved. Oh, we have to export. When you do export, you're clicking the top application right. You're not clicking you clicked here right. This is where yeah, okay. On application. Anybody can see it? I can see it in desktop, right? Get the finish. Any basic problem. Can I go to new server and reply? Okay, what did you? No, we want to go run, right? Run manager. How can we go back? We want to delete this one exactly. There's that one. What is the delete stuff? Oh, click that. Now reply again. Yeah. API we say here that we choose to say upload. Now we'll click this. Say deploy. So Ganesh, what do you and your team members write when you guys doing projects? Do you guys do something called a code review? So it's like when you finish your task, right? Yeah, okay. So you need to create a pull request. Okay, to deploy your code to the repository. So when you get a pull request, the pull request will go to the reviewers team. There are peer reviewers. There are manager reviewers. So the reviewer need to see the code and he need to approve the code. So once the reviewer approves the code, then only we can merge the code to the main branch. Okay. So that is a process we are following. We, your developer, creates a pull request once his task is complete. Then the reviewer will see the code, do the code review and code is good. Then he approves that code. Then only it moves to the repository. Yeah? My friend, I don't know. I don't know if you have anything like this, but it would be really nice to have like a checklist or service. Now it looks like. Now it's deployed because the port is different now. Like what I'm saying, that all the stuff that we're doing, like for example, like when you create an actionable task list, then go to the platform and create. Fail again. Come on. You see this once again. You see, you don't really plan. So YAML not found. What is that? This is a warning. Server import 8 file already existed. Was partially created then. Okay, let me see. That's 81. We see 2 in true. One of them. One of them is yeah. So it's referring to. So there is one more. The solar winds. This is a simmer. So we have a 2 listener. Yeah. 2 result. On 2 of them has a port 885. Correct. Okay, so we have one. Again, do the same thing. Sorry. Yeah, we save it. Here I saved it. So what did you do? Export and just import the server again. So you click this. You click that to export. Yeah. I'm becoming an expert on this now. Yeah, in a recent stream. And let's come here. So did you change the port or you disabled that part? Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Did you change the port? And yes, I changed the port to another port number, to different port number. Correct. So in Mule, does it have something called a database layer? Mule Database System API. You call it System API. So database layer also called a System API. Yeah. So what I was saying to you, my friend, I don't know, it would be really nice for you know, like a guinea pig, like a people like me was just starting this area. Thank you to have like some kind of a checklist or some kind of a, you know, if we can develop some kind of a maybe like graph or something flow that you know, that guides me like how to develop this, you know. For someone like you know, list the project list, the task that you want to accomplish. Do that in ROML, and in the ROML do the you know the system API plus data type plus examples. You know all the stuff you did. I can, maybe I don't know. Maybe I can create a, I don't know, some kind of checklist. But if you have anything like that, good. Now everything's running, starting. Oh, what's next? These two are started, right? Yeah. So what we can do is, you can create one more the process application. You call a new project. So what's that? I'm thinking. Nice, nice. And now this is scheduled jobs. Schedule and scheduling for every 1 minute. So every 1 minute it will call the service. No, right? So we don't know yet. You're right, that's right. So he has to call. Oh, oh, that's the error, right? That's on a propagate. That's the error message. What is that flow that you're cleaning right now? No, that's not this one, right? This is the one we need, right? Yeah. Okay. Can you show me where you get that? I'm sure how you. I don't understand how you're looking the two. So I know. And the path was API. And you went to another call, another floor. You find out something I'll call alerts. Yeah, so this is the API call. The postman also, I think. Then you have. Right now you have a misspelled. I think you're missing the R. Please correct it. Yeah, the font is very too small to me. Yeah, I know. So I have a question. You just, you came here. You came here. So what is that? Okay, I don't know. Where do you see the path here? So, how you are invoking the postman from postman C. We developed the application. We tested the postman, right? How you tested the postman? Yeah, when you're the local window. I think somewhere here. See local 8081/APS that alerts. Right. Oh, so this is. I think you tested in local also. I think I did. No. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. See here. This is the one. Yeah, right. I don't see. Right. According to ServiceNow. Yeah. This is today. I was doing something else. ServiceNow. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this one. This is a service. So this call should match the request. So what I'm doing is I'm calling that API. Okay, so let me test up to this point. Let me see. It's able to call or not. Okay, then I move further. Oh, okay, I put something. And see a lot of the 5 ones. So let me stop this one. So we haven't linked this one to the system. I'd be yet right now, right? We just want to see if the request works. No, we're calling the system API of you call in the system. I've done. Yeah, okay, I depressed me. This is the request is this is. So it confuses to me. Call in this request. Component. Alright, you're going to show me how you linked. So it next. Okay. Okay, it might be empty now. It's empty. Yeah. Yeah. Right. This is going to be quick. So this one. 113. Okay. Okay, every minute. Right. So you get it. Yeah. So next time you run, yeah. Yeah. So this is. We'll come back. We'll see. We'll wait for a minute. Yeah. It is shown now. So tell me. You create a new process, new project, and you put that in the schedule on the requester. What is this that you are pointing to? The system API. Yes. So I deployed system API, right? I deployed system API to the local server. So it is up and running in the server, right? So it's up and running in the server. At what part it is running and what post and port is running. It's running in a local machine, right? Local host. Right. And service know that is running in 8081 port. I see now. Okay, so I'm using the HTTP request component. I'm calling that, that the alerts. Yeah. So it will call the service no system API and we are in the get. Right, get method. Yeah, so what happens? It will go to this spot somewhere in the get and this is too small. I'm not able to see this. Yeah, this is the last one there. Yeah. It will get it's for this one. It's internally. Cause the service. No. And it fits the result. That is got it. You can do this API. This is the process API. Got it now. So when we deployed earlier and the two application, those two are key, are running. Exact. Yeah. And every time we want to access to those. It's a local host because machine is running here. Exactly. Yeah, but in the meantime we use the port on the past. Alright, that I got it. So then everything here is local. Then we're not utilizing now. We're not utilizing what's this code. We can deliver it to the cloud because from the cloud you can call your local database, but that we need to have separate infrastructure. AWS Direct Connector. We need to have VPN infrastructure, right? So as of now, we don't have that facility. So we are deploying everything on the on-prem. Yeah, but so right now, the test you've made, are we using this? I'm sorry, Adam. For this test that we just did right. Yes, we're using local. We use it like here, we use a local. So when are we gonna? When we are going to utilize this? Are we ever going to utilize this? See, I call this application right from the process API. Right now, just to call this application. This is the one that's running. Yeah, that's why you get to the port. Yeah. Next, I call 8085 port and update this thing. The alert in the database. The next one. And that finishes the system and process APIs. Correct? Yeah. So after that, what happens after that? That two things done. Yeah. After process API. What's next step? For this application, for this requirement, that is done. If you have some more, few more requirements, then we need to add that on. So say that, and if we have a system API in place for ServiceNow, and there is also a database layer already in place in our environment, then all we have to do is create the process API. That's all we have to do. Correct. If you have also API in place, you need to create a process API. And the process API is the one you just did right. You put that. When you did that and if it's schedule or if it's a listing or something like that you'd set up. So then this is where you're using the process API. So everywhere in the scheduler, every time, this depends upon the case by case, Adam. So when we get the call from the experience API, or when we call from different client, we expose that as a listener, not a scheduler. Yeah. But we are not getting any requests from the any client. We will periodically, we need to fetch the alerts from the ServiceNow and we need to update. This kind of requirement, the schedule is the best fit. Alright, I got it. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.